Welcome to Incredible Edible Flowers. I am very excited to share with you today an incredibly delicious story about a special family who combines a very unique formula of 4 sweet ingredients, themselves and their culinary creation talents, love and passion for what they do, tenacious teamwork together, and a great sense of camaraderie. They produce beautiful organic farm homegrown flowers and then bring them to a sweet, savvy finish to present simple yet elegant concepts in culinary garnishings. I am your host, Stephanie Sullivan. My first Del Mar TV Pulse Chef's Case Study and my very first Del Mar TV show, Sensual Dining, were both about fabulous food, how it was prepared, and how it was elegantly finished. Today, you will be experiencing with your own eyes the creation of incredible edible flowers presented by a creative culinary family team of 4 who put their sweet ideas together and created an empire of flower power. A little sweet secret, this fabulous team is one of our country's leading producers of edible flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the fabulous, incredible edible flower team. John Clemens, President and Founder of Sweet Fields, Shanna Johnson, CEO, and Diane Richards, VP Customer Service. I'd like to welcome you and thank you in advance for sharing your special formula with us today. Lawana Carr, our co-producer, and I had the special privilege of meeting John, Shanna, and Diane personally, as well as a 4th member of the management team, 6-month-old Chase. Now he's the boss. You'll be meeting him in a few sweet moments. So John, a little bit of information about you. You were born and raised on a farm in Humu, California, and you have over 20 years of farming experience. You hold a AA degree in aviation technology from Miramar College and are a graduate student of SDSU, Computer Science Information Systems. And John is the father of invention with his creativity, simplicity, and incredible attention to detail. Tell us how and when your incredible flower desire all started.
Thank you, Steph. Well, it all started actually back in the early 80s. I had the opportunity to be involved with selling fresh edible flowers into the wholesale marketplace in the United States. Wow. And that is still going on today. I'm still one of the largest growers and shippers of fresh edible flowers throughout the United States and Canada. But it wasn't until 1995 that I was sitting at home one evening looking through a dessert book and I came across a recipe for crystallized flowers for decorating a cake. I thought, wow, this is very cool. You know, I'm into the fresh flowers, and so I read the recipe and glanced at how it was done and got so excited. The next day, came home from work with a whole bunch of fresh flowers, started crystallizing, and that one little situation brought me here today.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Now, was it, so you're saying it was founded on a sweet secret recipe where the ingredients kept changing, and this is actually a story and journey of trial and error?
Oh yeah, it's been a long journey. I can remember starting out going to the grocery store, buying every kind of sugar I could find, and just experimenting with all the different sugars and talking with different chefs and how do they use their substances to harden, and just picking people's brains and going through that whole discovery phase. But it really, some of my biggest breakthroughs occurred through mistakes. You know, I had just one in particular really quick. I had a SID order, as I call it. He wanted some flowers, and I slacked on the order a little bit, and when I finally started to do them, it was too late. I started them, I thought, these are never going to dry in time for the order. And so I thought, okay, I've got to put heat on them. So I tried all different methods, the microwave, the oven, just, you know, heaters blowing on them. And I walked away for a couple hours after leaving a heater on. I remember this. I came back and I thought, oh my God, I've got a flower that has a satin wet finish on it, but it's dry.
But it's dry.
It looked awesome. Before, they would dry and the sugar would separate and you would lose 80% of the color. It would look like snow had fallen on it. But now it was dry, you could see the color through it, and that was a time where everything just changed. But
wow. And you've got a lot of engineer in you too,
I love
which really, yes,
I love the
that
detail
inventive
work,
type.
yeah.
So that has really helped you a lot. Oh, now when and how did you decide to revolutionize what you had and take it into mass production?
Well, back to the SID order, that happened in 2003. Just for a quick timeline, 95 started, all those years of work, 2003 I got that satin finish. Now, when I achieved that satin finish, it was like, okay, I'm done sitting at home at night in front of the TV doing flowers. We've figured it out. And so the following year, from 2003 through 2004, it was all about how do we sit there and I could do 50 flowers an hour at home with the bowl.
Wow.
How do I take that into the farm and have 4 or 5 people working and create a production line? Yeah, today we did 3,000 flowers in an hour.
Today
with 5
you did
people.
3,000 flowers
So
in
that's
an hour.
In an hour.
In an hour.
Yeah, crystallized, done,
Oh my goodness.
put on the racks. Yeah.
Wow. This is quite impressive. Now, John, you have a patent pending for your finishes. How did you finally formulate them?
Yeah, that's oh God, so much went on. You know, that timeline. You know, once we figured out the satin finish, Diane and I, we started taking it to some customers and they got all excited. But then we also got a little scared. What if somebody takes it? What if some big company comes and just
Oh my gosh,
blows
yes.
it out, and we're sitting there going, wow, it was our idea, but you know, they were doing it. So then we thought, let's go to a patent place, and she had a lot of connections, so she called her friends. Next thing you know, we're filing our first patent, and that was for the basic crystallizer. It wasn't long after that we just had this huge year of discoveries. We, you know, with the help of other companies and ideas, we came up with the glaze and the gold dusted and waterproofing.
Goodness.
And every time we came up with a new one, it's got to go in the patent, got to go in the patent. So we finally did an amendment and everything is covered. Yeah.
That's great, because that's every business's nightmare,
Yeah.
right? It's to have somebody steal your ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, what you have created here is not an easy process. It takes years and years of believing in yourself, really, and in your dreams. And it's very obvious that you truly enjoy what you do and are really lovingly supported by your wonderful family. Which brings us to Shanna and Diane. Now, a little flower told me some recent exciting news about you and Diane. You got engaged. And tell me a little bit about that, when that happened.
Well, that happened Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Not this last, but a whole year ago.
A whole year ago, okay. Now, so I must know, did you propose to her with edible flowers?
Well, I know she loves the flowers, but she loves the diamonds. so I gave her,
Edible flowers.
So I wanted to make her weak in the knees, so I gave her a pretty little rock.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, so then how did? Oh, well, wait, a sweet little side note here. Diane and Shanna are a mother-daughter team, often mistaken for sisters because they do look like sisters. So how did you and Diane bring Shanna on board?
Well, Shanna has experience that we don't have. I love to grow. Diane loves to talk to customers, but we don't have that. How do you run a corporation experience? And so in order for us to actually turn into a business that could grow to the level we wanted it to, we had to bring Shanna on. We looked at each other and thought, we gotta get your daughter in here.
Isn't that great? And Shanna, I want you to introduce her. She's got an amazing corporate history, and I'll let you go ahead and introduce Shanna.
Yeah, Shanna, she comes from quite a bit of corporation. She was working in the marketing department of a founding high-tech firm, and she was one of the bigwigs that helped get this company off the ground. It grew, they sold it, then she moved on to working with a huge telecommunications company, and this girl here, she was in charge of getting the product on budget, on time, to the market, working with all of these companies in different countries. So she traveled to China to work with this part, getting this part done, and another country for this part. And so that was amazing.
That takes a lot of talent.
She holds a degree from in business from Cal State San Marcos and an MBA from USD. Diane and I commonly now refer to her as the boss.
Okay. That's great. So, Shanna, what was your life-changing event that took you from the corporate business world to being the CEO of your own company?
Yeah, so the arrival of my son Chase, who we referred to as the little assistant or the boss.
The boss.
That was that life-changing event for me that I knew I couldn't go back to the corporate world, especially traveling overseas and conference calls at all hours of the day. So
No.
at the same time, I wanted to do work, and I like what I'm doing and I'm passionate about something. I like working. So now I get the best of both worlds.
Yep.
It's really great.
So let's meet the fourth member of the Sweet management team, Chase. He's the big boss with the big blue eyes. This picture was taken on Valentine's Day with his dad, Jeff. Valentine's came up again. Shanna, please explain how you recognize the value of family and being able to work from home. And we're going to be showing you a couple more pictures.
Chase and I working together.
Yes.
Yeah, I seriously, I recognize it every single day. Chase is doing things every day that are new tricks, and just being home and able to witness them, I couldn't ask for anything more. So it's a really great honor to be able to work from home with him.
So as a CEO of your own company, mother to your darling son, and wife to your wonderful husband, how do you plan your days and how do you do it all?
I don't know. Well, most people that know me would say I'm probably one of the most organized people. So I plan and I prioritize my days, what needs to be done, not just for Sweetfields, but for my household too. And luckily, Chase is such a great baby, and he's fallen into a pretty predictable routine. Of course, some days are completely haywire, like yesterday. But so that really, he makes it possible.
And your husband's a chef too.
Well, yeah, my husband, he's a great help.
That's great.
Yeah.
So on that sweet note, let's introduce your mom, Diane. Diane is the VP of Customer Relations, and she is truly the dynamic and dynamite part of the business. She's bubbly and vivacious, and Diane truly believes in having dreams come true, taking ideas and making them real. Diane, I understand you did take your ideas and make them real. Please share with us what you did and how it helped the business to move forward.
Well, first, thank you so much, Stephanie, for having us all. I'm just so thrilled to be here. And when John asked me out the very first time, he brought me a box of flowers, and I thought, oh, I'd love to do something like that. And not until 8 months later did he actually ask me to be a partner. And when that happened, I just decided to dream big. And so I went and I sent a letter to the New York Times, and I sent a sample box. My sister in New York laughed at me and thought there's no way that they would respond. And I thought, gotta dream big. So 2 weeks later, the infamous call comes. We get a call from the New York Times. They want us. I'm like, oh my goodness. So from there, we just got on the map. I mean, it was like we got calls from all over the world. This morning, we got an email from Germany. So it's amazing.
Oh, that is really amazing.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, who are your customers, large and small?
We have the great fortune of recently acquiring Sur La Table. They have over 50 stores nationwide, and we will be in their stores at the end of April. We have sold to Chef Jean George in New York City, and that's Oprah's chef.
Wow.
We've been on the Martha Stewart show. Locally, we have a wonderful bakery, Hans and Harry, who gave us the courtesy of this cake and the wedding cake. And we've been selling to them for several years. And Extraordinary Desserts in San Diego.
Oh, that's great.
And many others, actually.
That's great. Okay, now I have one last question for the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
What is your mission statement to the world of incredible edible flowers?
We're not happy until you're happy.
Wow, what a powerful mission statement. It sounds like they have integrated their sweet talents with their family values for the business. This team together has been able to deliver a product that awes all of their customers, both large and small. We are going to take a short break, but stay tuned for the Incredible Edible Flowers demonstration, where you will see delicious transformations they have created to decorate entrees, desserts, beverages, and overall fabulous foods.
Did you know the culinary use of flowers dates back thousands of years? The Greeks, Romans, and Chinese are among the many different cultures that have incorporated flowers into their traditional foods. Oriental dishes make use of daylily buds, and the Romans used mallow, roses, and violets. Italian and Hispanic cultures gave us stuffed squash blossoms, and Asian and Alaskan Indian cultures use rose petals and rose hips in many recipes. Chartreuse, a classic green liqueur developed in France in the 17th century, boasts carnation petals as one of its secret ingredients. Edible flowers can be used as a fresh garnish or as an integral part of a dish, such as a salad. A flower can be crystallized and turned into a beautiful edible dessert, or even used in a drink. Now, back to incredible edible flowers.
Welcome back to Incredible Edible Flowers. I'm your host, Stephanie Sullivan, and we are now going to enjoy a wonderful demonstration by the team of Sweetfields. John, take it away.
Steph. Well, we've brought here some of our flowers and finishes from the farm. The fresh edible flowers, as you see here, are all grown using organic principles. And then when they go into a crystallizing process, and here we have the basic crystallized flowers, and they have the satin sheen. From there, we can move into a glazing process where we coat the flowers with the honey-like substance, melts the sugar, and dries, so it's got a glass-like finish onto it. And then we also have a gold dusted, which we call our sweet dust, and these are also sealed with a waterproof finish, and then we brush on a gold dust for the sparkle. And then finally, we have our masterpiece, which is the 24-karat hand-painted gold-dusted sweet dust flowers. And these are individually done and individually handcrafted. And this is our lineup.
So what do we do with these flowers? Well, most people think that flowers are just for cakes and desserts, but oh no, not with us. We have lots of applications. And here's just one example. This is a spinach salad. And what we did is we put a sweet, glazed, crystallized snapdragon that is slightly flavored with a raspberry flavoring to accompany the salad dressing. Of course, we have wedding cakes, and everybody knows how that's applied. And we have many other kinds of desserts, but I'm going to have you see what Shanna has, because there's a huge other lineup.
So I get the fun part. Now it's happy hour.
It's playtime.
And one thing to mention about our flowers is that they're all waterproof except for our Sweet Crystal line. If you put the Sweet Crystal flower into a beverage, it's going to break down. So our Sweet Glaze, our Sweet Dust, and even our custom decorated flowers are 100% waterproof. So what can you do with them? And I'm going to start with a martini. And this is just a traditional pomegranate martini. It could be a Cosmo, you can't really tell. And I'm going to take a Sweet Glaze pansy and drop it in the martini. And this is a real hot item right now. The cool thing about it is you can dress up your martini with any color flower. You can use a blue pansy if it's a more masculine event, you know, and you're not serving pink martinis or such. So that's a real popular one. Probably our number one top seller, though, is our gold. And again, these are 24 karat gold.
24 karat gold.
Yeah, and we get that question a lot. You mean you can eat 24 karat gold? And it's actually a food grade luster that many bakers used when they're decorating a wedding cake. And if you see gold or silver accents on the cake, so it's a similar product. And what we do is we dust the flowers with them, and as you saw from John's demonstration. But we get a lot of orders for the gold dusted mini roses, and a lot of brides would like to have one of them placed in the glasses of champagne when they do their toast at the wedding. It makes it extra special, the toast. So as you can see, I'm just gonna, oops.
Oh, look at that.
That didn't.
And then here is the other. And if we had a little bit better application with a,
That one.
yeah, that one worked
Perfect.
perfectly.
So as you can see, the gold mini rose just floats nicely in the champagne.
Absolutely beautiful and elegant.
And you probably can't see it with the cameras here, but the gold just kind of trickles through the
There
champagne
you can
glass.
see it going
There we
down,
go.
and then the whole champagne becomes all sparkly with the gold dust. It's very cool.
Cheers.
To Sweetfields.
Beautiful.
So you could also place these flowers in a bowl of water. We have a lot of brides order the flowers as a centerpiece for their tables. You take a bowl with water with some floating candles, a bunch of the flowers in it, and it's a really neat accent
Talk
to the
about
wedding.
ambiance and
Yeah.
accents.
And different.
Oh.
No one's seen anything like it. I mean, no one's seen a floating flower. It's revolutionized.
A great idea.
It's wonderful.
It really is.
And a sweet
It really is.
idea.
It is. People can't believe it. And that's one of the hardest things about this product is it's so new. There's so many uses for it. So recently we've developed our retail boxes. And as Diane mentioned earlier in the show, these are going to be available in the Sur La Table stores coming this spring. It's our first customer, our first retail chain that we're launching the product with.
Goodness, what a piece of art.
It took a
Yeah.
year to develop that. A lot of time and effort went into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the flowers really are displayed beautifully in the retail box. It protects them. Each flower gets its own cavity. And the real important thing is that the box really does give the customer an overview of all the different uses for the flowers. Because again, there's so many things you can do. You can decorate a cake, you can use it as an entree, you can put it in a beverage, and people don't really see that there's so many uses for them.
The possibilities are endless, really. I mean, there's
Fabulous.
They
go in
really are.
soup, go anywhere.
So those are the retail boxes. We're going to have 9 different variations that the stores can purchase, and that'll be available. That's to start. We brought some cupcakes with us. A lot of brides these days are going from the traditional wedding cake and serving cupcakes at their weddings.
Really?
Yeah, it's a real popular. We get a lot of orders. So for the gold dusted flowers, we brought here our gold sweet dust violas on the
So
cupcakes.
pretty. They just sparkle.
And outdoor wedding brides love our product because they never wilt, they never perish. They don't have to worry about it being maybe too cold out or too hot out. They are just incredible. They don't perish. They hold their color and their flavor and their beauty for years.
What a product.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. I mean, the knowledge or the background and
Yeah.
all that.
The scope
I've never
is
seen anything
wide.
like this.
Nobody has.
And it's
Hence the
crazy.
patent.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So then the other thing to talk about is there are different color options available. So we have our Sweet Dust line, and here you see gold.
These are the Sweet Dust. They shimmer and sparkle like diamonds.
And we use the gold dusted mini rose and the champagne, and then the gold dusted violas. But a lot of people, either you're a gold person or you're a silver person. So you can also purchase the flowers in a silver variation. And it's actually, again, a food grade sterling silver.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
occasionally, too, we do custom orders. So if someone wants, a red, or we don't do blue or green, but if someone wants a red shimmer on the flower, we can accommodate special requests, which is really exciting.
Also flavoring. We're getting involved in flavoring. These are raspberry cherry flavored.
That's right. I almost forgot to
And we can
ask
work
that.
with any flavor. One of the cool things about flavor is the flowers dipped in anything warm like a hot tea or soup. The flavor just really comes out strong.
So
it's
now
really
let's-
amazing.
Let's try it.
Oh, look at this piece of art. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
it's
us,
been a
Stephanie.
pleasure.
Really
Yeah.
a great
It is a
demonstration.
privilege and very thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank the Del Mar TV Foundation and our fabulous volunteer crew for making this show possible. I'd also like to thank my special friend of 28 years, Ellen Vigier, for referring this incredible team to me for the story. And I would also like to thank you for watching Incredible Edible Flowers. Now, please take some time to smell and eat the flowers. Oh, that's delicious. I really mean that when I say that. That is really good. It tastes,
Can you get the flavor?
Candy.
These are slightly flavored in raspberry,
They are.
and it's just sugar. It's yum.
that is so good. And Shanna made these, didn't you make these? You made these today? Cupcakes? Well,
John's in charge of it.
and then after making 3,000 flowers. 3,000
Isn't that
flowers
amazing?
today.
That was a record we broke today. We're pushing for breaking a new record.